Hello and welcome to this, our latest video. Today we're discussing Dinky, Corgi, Matchbox. Is it the end of an era? Let's find out. Yeah, so here we are. We've got some lovely Dinky toys ahead of us, but the question remains, is it the end of an era for Dinky toys? Sadly, we think it is. This is kind of probably going to be our last real big feature on Dinky toys, which is really sad.
Our first and last.
Yeah, because it's kind of come to an end. We're not selling Dinkies in the shop anymore. They've still got a little bit of value, and it's really sad. A few years ago, in fact, I did a bit of research on the internet before I did this, which is unusual for us, those of you that know. And in 2009, they were talking about how amazing it was and how it would go up and up and up and up. And what we're actually finding is it's not doing that at all now. It's now coming to that end. Yeah. That's what we think. You guys might know differently.
It seems to have levelled out, but there's also a lot less interest in the shop, isn't there?
And I think it's
for Dinky specifically.
Yeah, and I think it's because the older guys, unfortunately, are getting older, and they aren't collecting anymore. They're sadly no longer with us.
Or they're selling up.
Yeah,
because they've just not got the room for it anymore.
To give you an example, this is a Foden, and this, not so long ago, that would have sold so quickly. We wouldn't have been able to keep hold of that. 5 years ago, this would have been, I could have sold this 10, 20 times over. Whereas now that I've had this for, I can't even remember. Yeah. I mean, obviously with COVID, we've been closed for a long time, but it's just such a sad change because we've got rare models here. You know, we've got models which you don't see very often in wheel variations you don't see very often. We've got French Dinkies. What made Dinky great were the amount of things that they did. We've got everything from trains to Dinky 00, stuff to go with the 00 gauge trains. Everything was made specifically to go with 00 gauge.
This little plane.
That's beautiful, isn't it?
I've not even seen that in there.
And
it's got my name on it.
Yeah, Gav. Look, it's Gav. But it's awesome. And they did the bigger planes. You got everything from phone boxes and post boxes,
street lamps and things like that.
Street lamps.
Yeah.
There was everything to go with your Dinky toys. You could even get spare figures to go in your army trucks.
They're little guys.
Look at them. They're beautiful. You think the age of
they're
these.
all metal as well, aren't they?
Yeah. They're amazing. So you think of the age of these and how cool they are. I mean, this I think
that's
this is
tiny.
my favourite models. That is.
Oh, that's great.
That's a Dinky 00. So this was made to go with the Triangle and Dinky and Hornby railway sets of the time.
That's it. But we've said this before. Like I'm not remotely into diecast.
No.
But when you're around it for long enough, you start to love it. You start to see all the little bits, all the little details.
Dinky over the year that they changed a lot. The models changed. They tried to keep up with the Corgi and things like that. We've got an array of boxes, everything from export boxes over here and to some of the more modern, you know, still 1970s models here. So they're 45, 46 years old minimum. And then Dinky sort of, at the end, the name was just used. If you pass me that little carded
little
vehicle, there we go. And that was it. Airfix, Dinky, Chevette. American Chevette, not the British Chevette, otherwise it would have been a really bad model. But yeah, and that's kind of where it ended. It just was a bit sad, really. By that point, really, the interest, I mean, I don't know anybody that collects those, really.
No, they're not. I like them as well.
I'm sure there is.
They look more like a modern collectible.
Yeah.
But retro.
80s, you see, it was a last hurrah.
Big orange card.
But it makes me really sad because, I mean, look, this is a rarer model. The rarer wheel type with the rarer interior.
Yes, you've been talking about that one, haven't you?
But this is my favourite model ever, I believe. It's only a scruffy used example. But that's my favourite Dinky toy. I love
What's the little crank do on the side?
Oh, it just winds the thing back up. So when you've got your car, when you're playing.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, so you can wind them up.
A little play feature.
Yeah, they're a fantastic toy.
Yeah.
It's a good looking thing, that. And this, I've had this one probably for about a year. And I know we've been closed, but this would have been on so many lists of guys which wanted one.
I mean, the thing is, you say that's scruffy, but that's still really, you know, considering how old it is, it's a really nice shape.
Dinky toys stand the test of time. They really do. They were really, really good models. But they struggled to keep up with Corgi, I suppose, and the different makes. There are Dinky toys that do buck the trend, and that's the TV and film related ones.
Yes.
I believe they are still selling quite quickly, but certain models, the older stuff in particular, which has got that flies back again, isn't he? Can you do a Barack Obama and just grab it? Like a ninja.
Karate Kid style.
Just...
Hey, Mr. Miyagi, look!
Yeah, we should get them chopsticks.
Yeah, them chopsticks out.
Yeah, we're back on normal tours. We're going to go back to Dinky's.
Back to
But
Dinky's.
this was the beautiful thing with them. They did so much stuff, and I love them. And I'm so sad because it is the end of an era. We're probably going to be cutting down the Dinky's that we have in.
But you were talking about the film and TV.
Yeah.
Like, what were they, like Stingray and UFO and things like, not so much Stingray.
Yeah, UFO, you got Space.
The Shadow
19,
3, is it?
Shadow 2.
Shadow 2, close.
You're doing well though.
Yeah,
very good. I'm impressed.
getting there. That's but everyone comes in asking for them, don't they?
Yeah, yeah.
The missiles that always go missing.
Anything from UFO or Space 1999. Less so Thunderbirds, because I think, again, the changing of the generation. But you guys have your own opinions. But I love Dinky toys, and it's sort of really... It sort of saddens me, and it's sort of indicative. I mean, this is a original shop display sign. It's really battered, but I had to have it.
That's cute, that is. Has that been in the cabinet?
Yeah. It's been there...
I've not even seen that.
No, it's been in there for ages, and it's just... And it's another thing where we're just not seeing the people that collect these. And I know with the lockdown, with COVID and with things like that, that's got a lot to do with it. But it's been coming for a while.
Yeah. It was before COVID, it was slowing
down. And like, if you pass me the hat,
the
sacred hat of Norm.
There we go.
So this, and I've mentioned this before a long time ago on a video. This was my mate Norman's hat, and I loved Norman. And Norman passed away, and this was a model I bought for him at Donington Toy Fair, which is no longer a thing. But that's Norm would have swept up most of this stuff and loved it.
They come in and they tell you stories.
Yeah. And the history with these. I will always collect Dinkies. I will always have Dinkies in my personal collection. But the time has come, I think, where in the shop, really, we're going to see less and less of them. Just because there's still money to be had at the auctions. You can still sell your collections at auction or in other ways.
Still collectors out there.
You can still sell your collection for good money. But it's not what it was. And I think pretty soon it won't be really a market for it at all, apart from people like me that are still buying stuff. Which reminds me, I think I am going to take that Panhard home today and relieve it from its box. So yeah, I love that. So yeah, but there is some good news, folks.
Yes.
More of that in a minute.
Matchbox announces 10 cars America has been waiting for.
We're looking for a family car that's sporty enough for me, yet practical for me. I need a car that's built the way I use it. Tough.
Like every Matchbox car, each of our 79s has a sticker price of about $1. No matter who you are, Matchbox has the car that says you.
I want a car that lets me express the real me.
So there is good news, however. Diecast isn't dead. No, Dinky's may be on the way, but there is lots of good news elsewhere. And we've got an array of models here that we do sell in the shop. So everything from Spot On, which although it is slowing, I believe, it's still going. Spot On models. We've got majorettes. These are flying at the minute.
Oh yeah, people are loving majorettes at the moment.
Majorettes. It's the era, you see.
Yeah.
80s stuff. I mean, Dinky went from 1934, I think it was, to 1978.
Yeah, around there.
So you think about the target audience now. I was born in 1976, believe it or not. I know, I look very old. I was born in 1976, so I was 2, 3... No, size 79, I think it was. I think I was 3 when they went bang. And although they were in the shops until the mid-80s, it kind of wasn't something I thought about. My childhood was made up of these. Matchbox Superfast. And this is what I bought. I spent my pocket money, and it was pocket money. My paper round money, my pocket money, all went on Matchbox.
And for me, because I've said before, I'm not a lover of diecast, but the box art on the Superfast is fantastic.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, that was to keep up with the Hot Wheels, the red lines, which we have got. Another one that should deserve.
And Hot Wheels, they are hot now.
Yeah, even today.
Everyone really likes Hot Wheels.
If you go into a toy shop now, you'll see the box of Hot Wheels, and they'll be turned up because people will be trying to find
rummaging through them. I was actually rummaging through a box of Hot Wheels last night.
There you go. And you're not into diecast.
I'm not even into them.
So it's not dead. Yeah. Diecast isn't dead. It's just merely this older Dinkies. These, sadly, although I love them, they are of their time. Corgis, however, are still buoyant. We're still selling plenty of Corgis. They're still going.
All the Bond cars, they're all popular.
Yeah, all the TV and film related, all the tie-ins. Because they were brilliant. You think about everything you could do.
All the little action features.
Yeah.
Corgi toys. Each one checked for fun.
The
Aston
Batmobile
Martin. Oh yeah, the Batmobile.
and the Aston are
Yeah.
amazing, absolutely brilliant. And we've got some models. This is a CIJ. There's actually a French Dinky version of this little Simca over there as well. Actually, that might be a Renault. I'm questioning now. It's either Renault or Simca. Very similar. Lovely little Renault 16. And it's the weirdest stuff that's selling. This sort of odd stuff.
That's the stuff you like, isn't it?
Yeah, it does.
The more unusual. You
Yeah.
like the French, don't you?
Yeah, the French stuff I like. Crescent, unfortunately, this falls into the same category as the Dinky toys. It's now of a time where...
Oh, it's so cool.
Yeah,
that is.
it's lovely.
Like
And that-
Speed Racer.
That was a very late model, I believe, as well. And Budgie as well, they fall into the same category. It's all the stuff that's finished off. And Budgie were a brilliant company that basically did knockoffs of other people's vehicles. They didn't have much of their own. But we are always going to sell the other stuff. So this is a Techno Jaguar E-Type. I think this is what's this, a Metasul? Yeah, Metasul little Volvo. And we look at that. I mean, Corgi and Dinky both did a Volvo. But this, I think, is great. I think that's probably my favourite model. I mean, the colour's fantastic as well.
Oh, it's a weird colour, that is.
But really, the whole star of this is still the Matchbox car.
Yeah.
The humble Matchbox car is now commanding world record prices right now.
We're getting phone calls all the time for Matchbox.
I mean, these are shop stock. These are beautiful. This is probably... I'm opening this, and this is... I don't think that's ever been opened. We'll have a go. It has been opened.
Our Matchbox display at the minute is great.
Yeah. This is an untouched model. This has been in a shop. Just shows you the problems with this, look. It's got a crack in the
Straight
screen.
away, just out of the box, yeah.
It's got a cracking right in the centre of the screen. Brand new. You can feel it on the actual box. It's never been...
Tell you what, you look at that though, that's not an exciting car.
Oh, I like the Cougar Villager. Oh no, it's the Mercury. Say that, it's not the Cougar
Has it
Villager.
got something
Very
coming-
similar.
Did it have something poking out the back?
Yeah,
A couple of dogs or something?
a couple of dogs.
There you go. Well, that's all right, I like the little dogs.
Cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like that, you see.
See,
That's
for
cool.
the dogs, it saved it for me.
Imagine
that
if
has.
I had one of those now.
Oh, with a couple of real plastic dogs
I reckon
hanging out the back.
7 seats in that as well. I think.
Yeah, put it down.
Possible.
Don't get ideas.
Don't let Jen see this, she'll be mad. But Matchbox are still making magnificent money at auction. So diecast isn't dead, no, but we think Dinky's probably
Dinky's on its way.
on its way. So that's kind of it, really. It's
Yeah.
a bit of although
Bit
this
of a
stuff's doing
downer
great.
on the Dinky side,
Yeah.
but you know,
But I'll
all the
still love
Matchbox and everything.
But you know what, that gives me an excuse, Gav.
Go on,
I'll take some more
start
of these
taking
home.
home.
What do you think?
Oh.
Anyway, let us know what you think in the comments, people. Remember, if you like this sort of thing, if you like these shenanigans that we're on, like, subscribe, press all the stuff. What is it? Press
Click stuff.
Click stuff, that's it. Click stuff. And we'll be back next time with lots more.
Goodbye.